What's going on, YouTube? We're back for another Majora's Mask randomizer. So, obviously, for this one, I kind of wanted to do a little bit more of the random aspects. So, all the sound effects are random, boss keys and boss dungeon keys are randomized with this one as well. To even make this challenging a little bit more, no tracker. I'll put, like, what items I have in the next video, just so that we can have that, like, stabilized. So, I think what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go ahead and check to see what we got here. Mirror shield, bow, not a bad start. I think I figure out later on that actually the bow, is the 60 quiver, or the 50 quiver. And then of course we get light arrows. Nice. No magic, so they're just, you know, more arrows, whatever. So, yeah, instead of getting a tracker, you guys get my controller, and this little Jeff, the land shark meme, because I love Jeff the land shark. We do be playing Rivals, and we're a Jeff main. So we're gonna slow down the thought of time, and just kind of go from there. So I think we're immediately just gonna go ahead and move towards getting the chest that's right behind the chess shop, the little chess mini game. It's just my usual go-to. So this one is edited. So you're gonna see a lot of cuts in here, especially like right here, because I failed this jump, but I don't want you guys to have to watch that. So, boom. So we make this jump, and you know, we keep moving forward. So for this one, just was kind of boring. Nothing really going on in there. So Skulltulas and fairies are randomized as well. Skulltulas are randomized as well too. The stray fairies randomized. The trading's randomized. So this is pretty randomized as best you can get. This still does have logic. So it's not a no logic run. It does have a little bit of logic into it, and you'll be able to tell from that immediately. Ignore my bad gameplay right here. Frog is wildin'. Okay, so from here, we're gonna just go ahead and take a little look at the shops. You know, little looky, see if we got anything good. So we'll see what's going on there. So let's see, we got a heart. A bunch of couple mask items, milk, red potion, and a Deku nut. So that milk and red potion are really nice. And then we're gonna check the bomb shop. Spoiler alert. Bomb shops, complete ass. Fuck all, nothing. We're just gonna move out here. I just kind of needed some arrows so I can, like, attempt to do some stuff. So we're gonna just watch that go on. So there's my arrows, and then I pretty much just go directly back into Clock Town because I have a couple more checks. I mainly just want to go to North Clock Tower and check what's going on with the kids and the balloon. You know, like Tingle's balloon. So the heart piece on top of the tree is kind of just meh. It's just another gold Skulltula. I still like to collect these just in case. You'll see me, like, later in the video check a couple more shops, and it's just kind of like meh, whatever, you know. They're in there. If I need them, I'll grab them. Because I have no idea what the gold Skulltula, like, collecting all 30 rewards gonna be. But we're gonna check out Tingle's little shop here. And it's got double defense and the couples mask. 5 rupees for double defense. That's amazing since I started out with 1 heart. We're just gonna go ahead and pop the Majora's balloon, and then We're gonna do the kids tag. We're gonna skip over me actually grabbing all of them, just so we can see what the reward is. Fuck all nothing, who would guess? I don't even write down the kids' like numbers because there's really just no point. I'm just gonna backflip over the kid to get into the Astral Observatory. So now that I know this, we're just immediately gonna go to the Astral Observatory area. We're setting up the glitch here. I just could not for the life of me to have Tattle just leave me alone for 5 seconds, but there we go. That's why we don't need the code. In order to be able to do that little backflip over the kid, you just kind of need to just put your back towards him so you don't talk to him and you don't accidentally see the poster, and then just run in towards him and then just backflip, and Link will just automatically jump over. So I break these pots just mainly because I'm just looking for more arrows since I'm down to 3. These pots were kind of meh. Like, they're supposed to have arrows in them, and just in case, like, you need some. That way you still have a way to break this, but, you know, whatever. Just trying to double check these pots as well. Plus, you know, get some good rupees. Like 2 5s is actually really great here. And the Astral Observatory is holding... holy shit, a song! And it's none of the dungeon songs either. Dungeon songs are usually red, blue, or green. So we already know that it's gonna be one of the more default songs, so that's gonna make it nice so we can do like more checks. You know, like obviously getting access to a dungeon is gonna be way better, but I'd rather have a couple of checks that I can do now than a couple of checks where I'm gonna need to collect some keys before I do my entire cycle and then check all that. So, and then this is somehow only about like 2, I think the entire cycle was around 3 hours, so 3 hours for just one cycle, but we definitely got some good stuff in this one cycle, so our second cycle is going to be great. And that was Song of Healing, so that's great. Perfect. So we can do the Zora mask, with the Goron mask, and the dancing guy. I kind of actually forget about the dancing guy halfway through the thing. You'll actually see me like walk by the dancing sisters and like realize it. I went ahead and skipped through this part because there's no real reason to see me go through the sewers again. Right here I stopped because I realized it's like 9:45, so I just go ahead and revert time, make it go back to fast, and just go from there. So I'm gonna watch this fat ass Mario waltz his ass into the town hall so I can actually get access to it. Alright, flat ass is in there, so it'll just slow time down again. Okay, so great. So, he's gonna walk in. And we are too. And then we're gonna get our check for the, mask. Okay, so the mask was just heart piece, which is fine. Put me up to 2, so that's good. Like, heart pieces aren't gonna be as needed, like, later in the run, but as, like, right now, they're perfect, because I need a little bit more health. Just double checking all the items that I already have. We're gonna go ahead and skip to me just going to Termina Field so we can check the Termina Pillar, the 3 chests, and so on and so forth. So we're just gonna go ahead and get that done. Magic beans. Magic beans is alright. It's not a terrible pickup, but we can always just buy magic beans from the magic bean salesman anyway. And then I'm rolling into these grass because I'm actually looking for arrows. It's like a normal thing because this is my only way of attacking, so I always have to pick up more arrows. So I'm gonna just show you what all 3 chests gave me here. So yeah, pretty much a gold skull and 2 bomb shoes when I don't even have a bomb bag, so kind of, you know, whatever. So for second cycle, that might be better, but we don't know that yet. So I got a bow and arrow, so we're gonna be able to check the grotto here, and then be able to check the bats, and then we're gonna check Tingle's shop again, just so if I want to buy the couples mask a little bit cheaper, I can. You can actually see it up there. That's like a silver rupee, which is great because we need early game money anyway. So, and then for any other cycles, we can just quickly grab that silver rupee. So Grotto's kind of just meh. I try to at least pick up some more arrows just because it's the only method of attack I still have. Another heart piece, you know, whatever. Swamp Grotto, whatever. Couples mask for 20. Yeah, perfect. So we go and pick up the couples mask here, because we're going to be back in Parktown again anyway. So, you know, perfect. We'll just grab the couples mask, then go to the town hall later, and go from there. So we are here in the swamps now. So I'm going to try to pick up more arrows. I definitely spend a lot of time just trying to get arrows because I have no other method of attack. And I take a peek up here. Oop, stone mask. That's gonna be perfect for when we go to the Gerudo Fortress. I still have no idea what's making those Goron noises. I think there is a frog in this area now that I think about it, so maybe that's what's doing it, but we're just basically gonna go through here before we check for a shop, just so that we can grab the red potion item as well. Yeah, ow, help me, blah, 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 blah. Skip through this, because you really just want to talk to your sister and see what she's got in the shop. Alright, so... she's got a Mask of Truth, and Magic, and a Ocean Sculptula. And what is the item she gives us? Well, it's a Lens of Truth, of course. So, now we can just go ahead and use the Lens of Truth. We're gonna go ahead and talk to her again, and grab the Mask of Truth, and that's actually extended magic power. So we're maxed out on magic already. And just as like a reminder, we do have Mega Magic in the other shop in the Clock Town because of the milk. So we're just gonna put this in our slot, and I'm gonna skip past going through all of the swamp. Because there's really no reason to see that. I'm just traveling back and forth. So, I remember that I have 24 arrows, and we're just gonna go ahead and take out this P-hat, I think that's what they're called, just to see what its drop is, just in case. So, pretty easy kill. Nothing really else to really say about that one. So we're just gonna go ahead and pick up what we got. And it's nothing. But we are gonna pick up a Deku stick here. Just in case we need to do any torches or anything like that. So it'll be nice to, like, even just grab some owls. I think the only thing that is not randomized, just to be completely fair, is soaring. I'm kind of lazy in just like my teleports, so soaring does not get randomized. It's just in its default position. It's just there for whenever we can get it. So like, we don't get Deku transformation till like halfway through the entire game. That's just, it is what it is then. So I got 9 rupees on me, so we might as well just go ahead and grab some double defense. And, you know, we're already right next to the town hall, so we might as well go ahead and check what the couple's mask reward's going to be as well. Then right here, I did actually look at the time before going to go do the couple's mask check, because at 1:45 you're allowed to pick up this room key, and we definitely want to get that checked. Which was great, because it was the elegy of emptiness. So if we get access to the Stone Tower area, we can immediately just start to climb it and get into the entrance and actually check out what's in there. Okay, and Couple's Mask gives us a Stone Tower Temple. This is me just writing down a note really quick, just to kind of make sure that I remember this, because after a reset or a cycle, the Stone Tower key is going to be put back in its position, and I have to re-grab it, so we just want to kind of note those things. We're gonna go back to Termina Field, and we're probably just gonna collect some more arrows. So, because we're gonna go kill the Dagongos in the hole. So, we definitely want a lot of arrows for that. I think I do this entire grass patch and don't even get more arrows. Yeah, just more rupees. It also did just dawn on me while I was thinking about it. The game legitimately gave us Mirror Shield, arrows, and then immediately light arrows. So there's really no reason for me to actually use the Mirror Shield if I don't want to. So as we're finishing this up, just a reminder, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content here. I do tend to play a lot of randomizers, Hollow Knight, Majora's Mask, as you can see here, stuff like that. So it's just kind of fun. And Stone Tower, Temple, Compass. So, you know, whatever, it happens. But we at least have some money, so we're gonna go ahead and take our adventure to the shops, because we are going to test to see if that Charmaine's milk bottle is like just the one that you get to buy from the milk bar, or if it's the actual bottle itself. So it does state that it is a bottle with the Romani milk. So we're immediately just going to go ahead and use that. And we're pretty much going to have infinite magic for a majority of the cycle. We don't even have to think about magic. I'm just double checking everything else in case there's anything else I want, but we're mainly just going to pick up the red potion. And then travel back to the swamps. So we're gonna skip forward here a little bit. I'm gonna do the Song of Double Time because I do have mundane rewards turned on as well, which means eventually I will need to play the lottery and win. So this is just me to check the lottery to see if I won. So no, I didn't win the lottery, just in case you're curious. But we're just gonna do the shooting gallery, and we're gonna basically go from there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let this play out, and just go from there.
Perfect.
So yeah, we get another gold skeletal for that. We do play it one more time just because there is technically supposed to be 2 rewards, one for perfect and one for perfect with extra time. So obviously I kind of have it down this run, so you should enjoy that.
Perfect.
So yeah, there was no other reward, but you know, might as well show that I at least did the check. The lottery one's just kind of just walking in and just like, you know, checking it. So I didn't really feel like showing that one, but at least with this one, it does require me to do 2 full perfect games. So that's at least interesting enough. So we're just gonna keep heading towards the old lady in the forest, and we're just gonna get our red potion. And of course our daily dose of checking for arrows. I get 110 and I pretty much just call it there. So we are going to go ahead and skip the entire force maze ahead, just so we can just hand the red potion. so she'll be at the boat, and we'll be able to check what she's going to give us. So that should be great. Alright, so we finally get to see what she's going to offer us, and... Yes, we get the Deku mask, kind of ironic since we are going towards the Deku Palace anyway, so that's great. The boat ride's gonna go a little bit faster here just because I have the thing to turn this off, mainly just because it's the boat ride. So since we have the Deku, my plan is actually to go to the Gold Skulltula Swamp Palace. So we're gonna check the grotto next to it first, and then we're gonna go into the Gold Skulltula and just take it from there. And then because the Gold Skulltula Swamp Palace is kind of like spread out, I really would prefer just to kind of like just show what I got instead of having to show the entire process. The ocean one's at least a little bit more compact, so I don't mind showing the entire thing, but the swamp one, because it just requires so many extra little things, can get a little tedious, like watch me go back for bugs and all this other stuff, so we'll just skip over all that. I did forget that I actually had a Deku stick already, so I go to basically use my bow to light this up. So I was originally going to jump across, then remembered I need to use my bow, kill this guy, and then open up the path. But yeah, I just kind of forgot I had a Deku stick. I didn't even need to do all this extra work. But we're gonna go ahead and enter the Gold Skulltula Swamp Palace. And I'm just gonna let the montage of me picking up all these items. Okay, so we're at the southern swamp now. Back out to the southern swamp. We finished the Gold Skull area. And yeah, we pretty much got some really great items in there. So first things first, the Stone Tower boss key is in there. Second, we got a bigger wallet. And of course, we did get the Zoran mask, which is great, because that allows us to not need to use a magic bean to actually get to the monkey. We can just kind of do the Zora skip. But first, we're just gonna go ahead and grab a Song of Soaring and double check the actual Deku dungeon around its area, just in case it has any good items there as well. So yeah, that's the Deku Swamp area pretty much cleared out at this point. The Captain Mask is really great, because then we can just kind of go do a check. And then we're already full out of money, and then just a couple of extra fairies or so, so that, you know, overall that's going to be fine. We can always just check how many fairies we have later. and just gonna go from there. We're gonna actually go into the real Deku Palace now to do that's 3 checks I think they have, which is like it has the Magic Bean Cellar, his chest, the item that's just sitting out and about on the field, and then technically the monkey, so that's technically 4. So we're just gonna kind of run through here and see what we can get. So it's just kind of more money. It's kind of just whatever. I already have a max wallet, so we're good. So we're gonna go to the bean cellar now to see what he's got hiding, and just kind of go from there. I actually have no idea how I did not get caught there, because you can actually see one of the dots kind of graze the character hitbox. But here we go, the bean cellar. Let's see what he's got. Just another fairy, that's whatever. I buy an extra bean here just in case I need another bean for like another time. There's really no other reason for me to just buy a bean here. And then I did get that water from the Skulltula area. I just kind of picked it up while I was in there, just so I had like an extra thing. And then just in case you needed a refresher, the extra bottle came from a bottle of milk that was in the swamp Skulltula area as well. And no, it is not a sword. It is sadly spin attack. So we're still swordless, but we do at least have bombs. Bombs also did come from the gold Skulltulas. Obviously, you can just rewind the video if you need to check to see where I got that, but it was documented. I basically attempted to do this skip for a while, kept failing, so I just kind of cut that part out, and you can just see the actual attempt I actually got on there. I haven't played Majora's Mask in a while, so I was just a little rusty, but we're gonna go ahead and do a quick monkey check, and then we're pretty much gonna just get out of here. There's really nothing else for us to do here. So yeah, overall, Deku Palace treated us pretty nicely. Well, I guess that's if you incorporate the Skulltula area with Deku Palace. If it's just Deku Palace itself, it was kind of alright. It's just a lot of money in Skulltulas. So, but we're gonna get out of here, and we're gonna head towards the grotto to check. So the Pacific Grotto that we're going to check is just the Forest Maze Day 2 Grotto. It's only open on Day 2, so it just turned Day 2, so this is perfect. So we nicely got a full heart container instead of just like a piece of a heart. So that's really nice. And then we're just gonna immediately leave. And we're gonna go ahead and travel out to the Milk Road. So, since we're just traveling to the Milk Road anyway, I'll go ahead and talk about some, like, channel updates. You know, I only got 9 subscribers, so we might as well let all 9 people know what's going on. So, my plan is to go ahead and get the last Pragmata episode out and about. I just kind of need to get that last one recorded and done, so do expect that. That'll probably come out before part 2 of the Majora's Mask randomizer, since I still need to actually play that section. And then obviously, as I said before, you get like a nice little item tracker underneath the controller just so you can see what I actually have, instead of needing to like go through the video and figure out what's going on. That way, if like you want to try to find the logic of the randomizer, you could as well. As for goals, because I have those 2 videos in the works, and then I might do another Hollow Knight one just because I'm really in the mood to do some Hollow Knight randomizer. I'd like to hit, for being generous, 15 subscribers. So I want this video to hit 10 likes and 15 subscribers. And I don't even care if it takes all year. If we have to be in 2027 for me to get those exact metrics, I'm willing to do it. So just remember, please like and subscribe if you actually enjoy the content. But yeah. So, we're gonna grab the elf statue, and then we're immediately gonna go check to see what, Dickhead 1 and 2 are selling. It does make me do a double check because I didn't actually read it. I just skipped through the thing because I wasn't expecting them to tell you exactly what they sell. I thought you usually had to buy it before you got to know. So it's just the purple ruby, so $50 for $50 is just not really worth it. Tingle looked like he was having too much fun, so we're just gonna go ahead and shoot him down because we can, and we can bully a grown-ass adult because it's funny. Nicely, he does have another mask. I don't really need this mask, but I'd rather just keep collecting all the masks just in case, like, Majora himself happens to have, like, something that I would need hidden behind him. But I think because of the logic, they're not going to do that anyway, but you never know. So at this point, we're just going to go ahead and travel to Snowhead, because we have bombs, we have Song of Healing, we have Runs of Truth. We pretty much have everything to just go ahead and start doing checks in Snowhead at this point. So I'm just going to go ahead and let the gameplay go from there. Alright. So we're here. I think the first thing I do is immediately just go check the Goron check. We have Song of Healing, we do have Lens of Truth. Not that you need Lens of Truth to actually get up this hill, but it does make it kind of nice since it changes the pattern, and I'm more tuned to the day 1 pattern, so I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, depending on which day you actually get here, the Lantern pattern will actually change. But feel free to correct me in the comments below if that's just wrong. Just double checking how to play the Song of Healing, since in most of my randomizers, the Song of Healing just never shows up in my inventory. And bro actually just turned into a hook shot. What a guy. Actual goat. So inventory's looking pretty good already, if I'm being completely honest. We got a bow, we got a hook shot, we got some bomb shoes, we got Lens of Truth, we got, you know, bomb bag. We have Link diving into a icicle and I'm almost falling off immediately, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so we're feeling pretty stacked. If I may say so, this is kind of looking like a baby seed, but you know, baby seeds are a little bit more entertaining to watch anyway, so yeah. So we're just gonna go ahead and move towards checking the Lens of Truth chest area itself now, just because it can hold up to 3 chests. I think I only checked 2 because I think you need the Goron bomb itself in order to check the 3rd anyway. Okay, so Lens of Truth area was kind of just like a bus, so we're just gonna go ahead and pick up the items and just kind of go from there. I could have swore in the other Legend of Zeldas, if you hit the guy with a hook shot, he would just die. I guess Majora's Mask is the same way. Maybe I'm just an idiot, who knows. Yeah, so we just get a deco stick and a $50 rupee, and then we're just head out. we're pretty much just gonna go ahead and soar out here. I kind of just wanted to double check to see if the Goron was actually here or not. He's only here on day 1, so we don't get access to the Goron shrine until afterwards. So after I do that check, I'm just gonna go ahead and soar out. So since I have 200 rupees, we're gonna go ahead and just deposit all of this into the bank and check what prize is gonna be for that. I'm not expecting too much, but it did hand us a bigger rupee bag while in the gold skeletal area, so it would only make sense for it to go ahead and just kind of make that one of the larger checks. I do also check this chest. I saw this chest at the very beginning of the thing and wanted to double check it. Sadly enough, it's just another fairy anyway, so it's not like it really mattered too much, but you know, still. I am gonna do a skip here, so I kind of failed it the first time, but just to kind of explain the skip in itself, you basically need Zora or Fierce Deity, because I keep Fierce Deity allowed anywhere. And you'll basically just climb up this wall, you'll go along the edge, and then it's actually better to do this with Link, with his sword. I don't have a sword, so I have to do it with Zora. But you basically just want to kind of angle yourself for the door, and then you want to side jump, and then immediately press B to attack into the warp dimension. As you can see, I failed kind of like right here, so I tried to do a backup strat, which is doing a backflip off the edge of it. It didn't work out, so I just give it one more try. This is just me trying to check for day 2 completion for a couple of mass quests, since that can reward you with like 2 items if you're doing it correctly. I just was not remembering what times the couple of smash stuff was, so we'll just probably have to grab it in second cycle. But yeah, just like that, you used to attack B as you're going over the door thing, and you can immediately get into this area when you're not supposed to be. So here is the bank check that I was talking about. So we're just gonna go ahead and see what item he's gonna give us and go from there. There's 20 rupees, that's fine. We can just kind of use that for other stuff. I wanted to do a double check in the bomb shop to see if they have anything useful. They don't. I don't even know why I checked, but they don't, because the bomb shop sucks in this run. So we do have bombs, so we're gonna go ahead and do the final check that's needed behind the little kid with the coat. And just to make sure I don't have to travel back here again, we are gonna grab this owl statue. So we're just gonna take our bombs and go into, I think this is supposed to be East Clock Tower, and go behind the kid. East Clock Tower, go behind the kid, and just kind of double check that. So I'm gonna just go ahead and skip over that part, just kind of jump over the kid, Second try. Third try. And then we're just gonna skip ahead to when I get the item. So yeah, it was just another 20 rupees. Not really that interesting, so we're immediately just gonna exit out of the sewer area, and we're gonna go gallery shooting. So let's see, because I usually struggle on this one. Let's see if I can actually you know, handle this for once. Yeah, that actually just happened. We're kind of a boss. And it didn't matter because it was worthless. So there is actually supposed to be 2 checks for this one as well, so we're just going to go ahead and try the shooting gallery one more time. Clearly, I'm an expert, and we'll just get this first try again anyway. Look at this loser. He legitimately just lost because he didn't know how to shoot. So, at this point, we're just gonna go take the quiz, just to see what the item is, and then we're gonna go ahead and move towards doing a couple of the Zora checks in Termina Field, because, yeah, there's 2 underwater sections that need to be done for that. So that's gonna be the chest that's over near the Milk Road, and then one right next to his entrance. Okay, so it's just another stone tower temple key, which is fine. At least a lot of the stone tower keys are near each other, so that's very nice. And then don't forget to comment down if you actually were able to answer all of the quiz questions first try without needing to look any of them up. Because if you do, you're lying, and I know you're lying, so stop lying. Okay, so yeah, we get trapped there. I just go ahead and skip the void out, just so that we can kind of move this a little bit more forward. So we're just gonna go ahead and do his second check, which is over here, which is originally a heart piece that's in the back right beehive, in case you didn't know. So yes, this is Mega Baby Seed. We do actually get all transformation masks except for Fierce Deity. Pretty early. We're cycle 1, day 2, going on night 2. So we now have access to legitimately all areas. We can technically go start Stone Tower Temple if we wanted to as well. But I kind of like the Great Bay area first, so we're just gonna double check that. Title's trying to tell us about Epona. We really don't care. We're just gonna do the bomb jump and call it a day. So we do have Song of Healing, so we can actually come rescue the Zora and see what he's going to give us. And this dude is going to actually just Michael Jackson moonwalk up to his designated spot right here. And sploosh. And yeah, so even for next cycle, we do actually have to rescue him because it's a Stone Tower Temple key. But, you know, that's fine. I'd actually like just having the fact to know that all of the Stone Tower Temple keys are kind of just out and about and kind of relatively easy to get to, so no worries there. So we're gonna go ahead and check the grotto behind the fisherman's hut, just to make sure there's no good items there. And then we're gonna do the Ocean Sculptula house. So just another ferry. Oh well, it happens. At least none of the ferries are locking behind one of our transformation masks. But I am just going to go ahead and let the entire Ocean House Sculptula just kind of play out. This is going to be just a standard run through, but enjoy. So that was the entire Ocean Sculptula. The main two things that we got was finally a sword, so we can now do bomb hovering if we want, and a bigger wallet. So we're just going to go ahead and grab the owl statue now that we have a sword. And that way we can just kind of teleport back to this area if we need to later. So, during the old Skulltula thing, we did also find the seahorse, so we're just going to do the entire seahorse section. So I'm just going to go ahead and let that play out. So we're just gonna go ahead and check underneath the waterfall here, just to see what this guy has, since we're able to do that anyway. Beans. Yep, so we're just gonna check these two chests that are here. So there's one in this Garado, and then there's gonna be one that's right next to the Great Ferry, underwater. And then I think we're just gonna go ahead and check out the Zora shop. I did pick up this fish specifically to go back to the observatory, but it never did happen. That is correct, more nothing. Time to check the Zoran shop. So Zora Shop has nothing too amazing. I think that is the letter to Mama. Yeah, so that's the one that will need to be used later. But I grabbed the moon tier just because fuck it, why not? We might as well just have it on ours, and then we can just check what it gives anyway. So for Zora Hall, I think the main two things I check is just the Deku Scrub over here. And then I play the song for the what's it called guy. So it's gonna cut around for that, but yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get these two checks out of the way. Obligatory. Is this thing even randomized? Oh. So yeah, now we do have a full-fledged gilded sword, so our Link is looking a little bit like he's pretty much endgame at this point. So we're gonna warp out and we're gonna go to Clock Tower, just put in this moon tier to see what that's gonna give us. So yes, we now do officially have all 4 transformation masks. We have Fair's Deity, so if we want to do some more elaborate skips that we can. But yeah, so this is looking really, really good. So we pretty much have everything needed. We would need to be hunting for the boss keys now at this point. I basically just come in here to double check to see what the item was, and then just to start selling stuff to him anyway. So I'm mainly just grabbing this stuff so I can sell it to him and see if I get anything different. So we're just gonna go ahead and do the bank check for the 500 rupees now, just because we're here anyway, and that'll give us plenty of money for next run anyway, so we can, like, you know, just grab the Goron keg immediately and go from there. Don't worry, we get our payback. That's right. He's into shish kebabs now. We cut him up. So this is that moment that I talked about in the very beginning, where I kind of walk past the girls that are dancing and then remember I could actually help this guy. So that's what we do here. Money. So we're just gonna go ahead and grab the house statues in the mountain area, and then check the Goron shop and check the Goron meat thing. Just because we do have the Goron mask now, so we can kind of just get up the mountain a little bit quicker, which is nice. There's a grotto right here. We're just gonna go and give it a quick check as well. More fairies, but you know, better to have them than to not have them at all and have to go scrounging out for them again. So check him with the Deku Scrub, see what he's selling. Epona's song. Not really needed to finish the game, so we just kind of skip on it since we don't have enough rupees. And then I do remember that I actually do have the trade item for this guy, so we just go ahead and get that done as well. A swamp Skulltula into an ocean Skulltula. So we're just gonna grab our checks. So we're gonna check the shop first, and spoiler alert, shop has nothing. There's nothing in here. It's not that great. And then we're going to talk to the baby dude to grab the song check, and then we're gonna grab the meat and DoorDash that guy some rock sorrel and go from there. Just to add it, this kid's like very happy. He's like laughing, and then he goes to bed. Like, I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, took his last attempt to grab the rock sirloin, and then I just went ahead and skipped traveling with it just because it's kind of boring. And this guy legitimately just tipped us $5. We were legitimately just his DoorDash. So, oh well. But I want to go ahead and grab the snowhead owl, and then I also want to grab the grotto that comes with it. So that's what we're gonna check here. The only thing I have to say to this bat right here is, really? Right in front of my Jeff the Land Shark. So, yep, just another heart container, which is fine. We definitely do not need any more heals after this, but still, it's not awful. And then we're just gonna soar back to the milk. Yeah, okay, yeah, so we're gonna soar back to the Swamp Palace because we have Stone Mass to go pick up, and then we're gonna go to the Milk Road to go check the ranch. Since by the time we're finished with everything, it should be time for us to either just double time it over, or it should be time to just go ahead and walk in. And yes, I am a fool. It was a fool the entire time. And then I do check the Deku Scrub to see what he was actually going to sell, since I'm here anyway. Green potion's kind of worthless. So, we're gonna grab the owl. And then we're gonna soar off to the Milk Road, where we will double time and check the ranch. Alright, so we're in the dog area. There's two things that we can do here. There's the chest that's on top, which I'm just going to use the Fierce Deity to get on top. It takes me a couple of tries because I can't remember exactly how to get him back up there proper. That jump really should have worked if I'm being honest, but whatever. And then we also have the Mask of Truth to cheat at the dog race. So we're going to go do that and double check what that is. question is, can my Jeffy race? Because he'd probably destroy all these dogs. And we get absolute ocean garbage. So at this point, the cycle's pretty much near its end. There's not going to be a lot that I can check on the final day, just because of time restraints. So we are pretty much just going to go ahead and get out of here and go to Clocktown just to do a couple more checks. The main one actually just being that is the chess game, where you have to do all 4 masks. Sorry, yeah, all 4, because technically Link himself counts as a mask in itself. And to grab those chests, so well, I'll go ahead and let that be viewed. I failed it a couple of times, so there's going to be skipping that as well, just so you don't have to see me fail at that a couple of times. So yeah. So Fierce Deity does actually count as regular Link as well, so that's nice, and then we can just kind of check it from here. So another heart container, and then we check the Zora next, I think, if I remember correctly. So Zora's holding the gold dust, so that means I'll have to do the chess game every single cycle if I want to check what the gold dust is going to be doing. So we are just going to go ahead and sell the gold dust and double check the shops to make sure I didn't forget anything. And that is pretty much going to be it for this cycle. I do check the Deku. I see it's like a regular chest and just kind of walk out because it's not really worth my time. So yeah, I'm gonna let that play out. Alright, so that is pretty much it for the first cycle and slash part 1 for the randomizer. So I would have to say, like, this is probably one of the better randomizers that I've actually played. It's also using one of the older versions of I'd like to actually play a recompiled or decompiled version of Majora's Mask Randomizer. But, you know, we can always try that sometime down the line as another future planned video. But, yeah, other than that, guys, I really would appreciate it if you guys left a like, subscribe if you want, if you enjoy the content, and then even just leave a comment down below. It really does help the channel grow if you want to see more content like this. So, yeah, I'm just gonna show off my Fierce D's mask, and we're pretty much just gonna be done with the randomizer for now until part 2 comes out, which is hopefully sometime soon. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching again, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the day.